Hey everybody, it is Jer Johns. I did a video earlier and um, then I went and had some cake that I had made last night on video on live, um, which you can go and see the beautiful picture of this beautiful pumpkin Halloween cake on my Instagram, which is Jer Johns, or over on my Twitter, which is MicroJer. There's a picture there. And I came back and I was like, okay, it was a good night. I got all my videos done. I got homework done tonight. And sure enough, I just got it. Dante says, oh my gosh, why are you up? I am always up. That is why I am up. Anyway, I did the video earlier and came back, got into bed, and was like, today was really productive. I got 2 videos done, and I just had my. Simon says hi again. Dante says, do you ever sleep? I don't ever sleep. Hi, Simon. Um, and uh, let's do it again. Dante says, vampire much? I am a vampire for sure. Absolutely a vampire. I never get sleep. It's bad. Well, no, I sleep. I just sleep really weird hours, and I need to fix it. It's not good. It's not good at all. But it's the weekend, so we're okay, right? Right. Anyway, had some of the cake, came back, and I was like, it was a really great day. And I went on YouTube, and my video from earlier didn't upload correctly. I don't really feel like doing the same thing as a video on rejection, blah, blah, blah. You don't need to know. It was anyway, so it's fine. So here we are again making another video, and I don't even know what to talk about. I just want to talk. The cake kind of has me kind of hyper, but I don't know why. It's not like it's like chocolate cake, so it doesn't have like caffeine in it. It's just sugar. Maybe it's just because it's sugar. I think we're gonna blame it on the sugar. Anyway, so here I am again, and I did a video yesterday. We're gonna say yesterday, where I mentioned that I would do one live video, at least one live video a day for the next year. So I'm challenging myself, and I am challenging everybody to subscribe, um, because I want more people so that we can talk and have conversation and it not just be me like um, hanging out and talking to myself. Simon says, where's my piece? It is still in the kitchen if you want to go grab it. If you can make it here before it goes bad, because you're over in the UK, that might be a trip. Anyway, I hope that the fan isn't like, I turned this fan on because I was like, okay, I'm going to go to bed now, and then realized the video hadn't uploaded, and so I'm here. And yeah, it's loud, but I'm hoping it's not too loud for you guys. I got an idea. I don't know. I have my phone actually hooked up to my charging cord, but let me see here. Okay. Luke, I am your father. Ah ha ha ha. Isn't that fun? Ah ha ha ha. Okay. I'm being goofy. I'm sorry. Um, wow, we should like have like story time, but I don't know what story to tell. Let me think. What story to tell? Can you turn it off loud? Oh, I can turn off loud. That's what I should have done instead of doing voices. I am so sorry. There. Actually, that's why I actually initially got up, and then I was like, oh, I could do a voice into the thing that's like, yeah. Anyway, let me think of a story. Oh, I need to charge. Put back your phone on the charger. So, my first time going to Disneyland, which is in California, not in Orlando where I live now. It's the land, not the world. Simon says, just wonder what time it is there. It's like 3 o'clock. You were the one that taught me the time lessons earlier with it being a 5-hour difference. So I think it's like 3 o'clock. I don't know. Is it, if it's like 8 there, then it's 3 here. Um, my first time going to Disneyland was amazing. I had been to Disney World, and whenever I went to Disneyland, I thought that for sure it was going to be like a lesser experience than going to Disney World. I had bought the annual pass for myself for uh, Christmas, and um, went, and like I lived in Anaheim, like right across the street from Disneyland, and within like walking distance, seriously. And I would walk actually, um, and I remember going into Disneyland, and it was so much. It was more of an amazing experience. I love Disney, by the way. So that's something I should probably say. I love Disney, Disney in general. Anything Walt Disney, anything Disneyland, Disney World, Walt Disney Company in general. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Anyway, so I went, and Simon says, "Me too." Good. I have trouble meeting people who don't like Disney. Like my best friend hates Disney with a passion. Like he's like, "Oh, this place drives me nuts." Disney drives him nuts. Like he will make fun of me forever about um, my love of Disney, but I don't care. Um, and I remember walking in, but anyway, I remember walking into Disneyland and it being like Christmas time, and it was like a fantasy land. I don't. It was like a fantasy. It was amazing, like beyond belief amazing. I more so than Disney World felt it was a magical experience, um, and it was so intimate. It was a smaller area. It covers a smaller area, and it felt like there was less people there. Have you been to the one in France? I have not. It is on my bucket list. It is on my bucket list to go to every Disney park. I really would love to go to each one of them. I have been to each of the parks at Disney World. So Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom, Epcot, um, and Hollywood Studios. Been to each of them multiple times because I had an annual pass this last year, and then been to Disneyland and California Adventure, but I haven't been to any of the other parks. I've never left the U.S. yet. I need to do that. That needs to be a thing. That's a bucket list thing too. Leave the U.S. Go and see the world. Um, but yeah, Disneyland is so much more intimate. It was like I could go there during the day and just walk around freely, and it was like there was hardly anybody there. A lot of people, whenever they travel here, will go to Disney World and not go to Disneyland. Disneyland is more. I mean, there are people that visit from all across the world there too, but Disneyland is more. It feels like it's more like California residents that visit it, and so on like a weekday, on any normal weekday, it was pretty slow. I could actually get just about everything done. I get everything done at Disneyland, and some or even most of California Adventure done. Um, and then I would just go and like visit characters. I love character meet and greets. It's so much fun. And I know I get it. Like it's not really, but it is. It is so. It feels so legit. I love the magic of Disney. Disneyland is amazing for that. If I could choose between Disney World or Disneyland, I would choose Disneyland probably every single time. I like Disney World because it's bigger, but it doesn't feel as intimate or as magical as what Disneyland does. I don't know what it is about Disneyland. I think it's because it's the original and just I don't know. It's just magic, 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 magic. Um, and then like I'm working on getting all of the Disney Blu-rays. It's another, I guess, bucket list item. Not really a bucket list item, but something I really want to do is to get all of the animated Blu-rays. I have Simon, me never left the UK, but would like to visit US. Plus, cool would like to go there as well. Plus, cool would like to go there as well. I don't I don't know. Is cool a name? Don't know. But I want like all of the Disney animated features on Blu-ray. I would love that. Would be amazing. Um, what else? Duffy is Duffy is a Disney bear, which I talk about Duffy all the time because I love him. Duffy, but he's the Disney bear. Um, I love him. So sweet. What else? Oh, Simon says Mameen would like to visit Disney. Which Disney would you like to visit? Disney World or Disneyland? Disney World. I live here in Orlando. Disney World is like a 30-minute drive away. It's not far at all. Universal's even closer. Universal's like 10 minutes away. Everybody comes here to do that. To do both, I guess. What else can I talk about here? World, please, so could meet you. Aw, that's very sweet. That'd be fun. I'd love to meet. I'd like to meet people. Anybody that comes here. I mean, it's like a destination, so it's like you're killing two birds with one stone. You get to meet me, I guess, and then go to Disney World or Universal. But yeah, that'd be fun. I really do like to meet people. If you're watching this video later, the recorded version of this video, and you're coming to Orlando, I'd love to meet you. I'd love to meet people. So that's fun. Yeah, so Disney, Starbucks. I love Starbucks. I'm just like going through the list of things I love. Um, I love. I haven't been. I love to fish, and I love to go camping. I have not been fishing or camping since I was a teen. It's been a long time. I really want to go again. I miss it a lot. I love outdoor stuff. Being outdoors in nature is so much fun. Doing photography, like not just even being outdoors in nature, being outdoors doing street photography is so much fun. Um, that's what I actually spent most of my time doing. Photography was street photography as I traveled and went to different cities. It's amazing. It's so much fun. It's such a great experience to be able to see where you're at, to be able to see the country where you're at is a great experience. I'm sure traveling worldwide or international is fun too, but like I traveled nationally and did photography and got to see so much of the U.S. and I'm thankful for it because I don't feel like a lot of people, I feel like most people skip like traveling in the U.S. or in their own country and then just automatically skip and go to international travel. I am I felt like in a lot of the states that I visited here, it was like visiting, sometimes felt like visiting different countries. Like Detroit is like totally destroyed and ruined, but people are still living there. Simon says, you should come here. Is it very nice to photo here in Devon? Is it Devon or Devon? I would love to come there. I would love to travel and go to the UK. And I plan to eventually. It needs to happen. I need to go and see. I want to see more of the world. I've seen a lot of the U.S. I wouldn't say most of the U.S. because I don't think I've seen most of the U.S. I've been in just about every state here in the U.S. And a lot of the bigger cities in each of the states, and that was fun. It was a fun journey, fun experience. Keep on saying fun. It was a educational, enlightening, exciting, wonderful experience. I got to meet people. That is the fun part. Guys, whenever I was traveling and going from place to place, the different people made that trip what it was. Like I got to stay, not only like got to meet people. Simon says, what was your best place you have been to? In the US, my best place that I've been to, okay, so I don't know if it was my best. The place that I always go back to, that I always talk about is Detroit. And Dante says, what places outside of the U.S.? I've never been outside the U.S. I was kind of saying that earlier. I haven't ever left the U.S. I want to go to places in the U.S. or outside the U.S., but I haven't ever been. I would wait. Let me answer the first question. So Detroit. Detroit is always the place that comes to mind because it is like it was. I don't know if it still is. I think it still is. It's in ruins basically, and they are rebuilding the city. And Whole Foods has come in and opened up a Whole Foods, which has like a community center with it, and like a life skills center. I don't know exactly what it's called, but it's like a life skills where you can go and learn life skills. And they're doing this as a like thing for the community for Detroit, and they have lowered the prices on their groceries to like basically be even less expensive than like what you would find at like an everyday grocery store, so that people can afford to be able to get produce and meats and stuff to be able to survive and eat. And I just think that's amazing. So Whole Foods, holla. That was I just think it's I think it's really a super great thing what Whole Foods is doing in Detroit. And then since Whole Foods came in, they came in and it was like a shopping center built around it. And so all these other businesses have kind of started to feel safe to come in Detroit and start to open their businesses, and it is like rebuilding like the economy in Detroit, which is awesome and awesome. It's amazing. It is so amazing to see what's happening in Detroit, and the people there. Like the people I stayed with. I stayed with this a guy that is a curator for like local art museums, and then he also did like city gardens. Simon says, "Cool, would like to visit now." You should definitely visit. Like I think that it's still kind of Detroit's really rough in a lot of areas, but it's really rebounding as well. So the first guy I stayed with there was a art curator for museums there, and then he also did like his own art, and then he also did gardens in the city. Like we went from garden to garden, and he would like they're like kind of like fenced in and locked up, and he would unlock them, and then show me what he was doing in each of them, and it's just so cool. I stayed with a college student there who was I think a theater major, who like always had like people there, always had like couch surfers or people coming. He would let people come and just stay in his apartment, and that was fun. He was crazy. Like we were up. He would drink like nonstop, and we were up every night, like so late. And then the third person I stayed with was he's an artist, but his art was really different. What he would do was what is it called when you do spray painting, like I forget what they call that, but he would do that. But what we would do is he would so there's a lot of abandoned buildings, a lot of abandoned homes, and just other abandoned structures, and we would break into these places. He would break into them. Usually it didn't take much, because when the abandoned places in Detroit are just like doors are left open and people just like left. It's like deserted in a lot of areas. And graffiti. Yeah, he was a graffiti artist. Chin says graffiti. He was a graffiti artist. I think there's another word for it, but graffiti artist. And we would go in, and these places had been left for so long that I remember one of the places. I have pictures, and I believe I have pictures on my Instagram still on Jared Johns. But if you scroll down far enough, you can find it. There was one place that had in the food cabinets stuff that was left over from like the early and mid 90s. And we went upstairs, and like he was like, be very careful, because sometimes like floors will just fall through and it's bad. So I was like, okay. And so we went upstairs, and there was like boxes of like magazines from like the 70s and 80s. They were just sitting there. And what happens in Detroit, or what happened with a lot of these structures, is that after people started leaving and abandoning these places to go to other cities, I don't understand. I don't understand why these people left so much junk behind, so much stuff behind, but they did. It's like they left everything and just left. And I don't know exactly why or what happened that caused this, but it's interesting. It's really interesting. And what has happened to these structures is that since people left, um, the people who remain in Detroit, some of them will go into these places and dig into the walls, like tear up the walls and find any kind of copper piping that they can find and tear it out, and then they take it and will get it to take it to recycling. And I guess copper makes a lot of money, or makes a decent amount of money, and they will sell it and make money off of it. But what's happened is that a lot of that copper piping and other stuff, copper stuff that's in the housing, was part of the structure that helped support these structures. And so, since they pulled all this out, a lot of the I don't want to say foundation, but a lot of the structures are falling down because they had depended on this copper to kind of help hold it up. And so places are falling down around themselves, and it's bad. And so, um, thankfully, like I said, thankfully, like businesses like Whole Foods and other businesses are going in there and like helping revive the economy. Um, the economy kind of, I believe, fell down with the auto industry, like taking jobs away. Simon says, "Nice story. At the moment, you are one of the my best YouTubers." Thank you. Actually, fun story, Simon. I Earlier, whenever you had messaged me, I went to your channel, and your channel has like, it shows like the subscribers that you subscribe to, and I am always looking for new subscribe or new YouTube, not the subscribers you subscribe to, the YouTubers that you subscribe to. And I'm always looking for YouTubers to watch and to see what's going on in the world of YouTube. You follow so many people. It's amazing. And so I went through and like found like different ones, and I actually subscribed to some of them. So thank you. And so you kind of shared without sharing, without knowing you were, but I got to see like all of that, and it was amazing and great to see all the YouTubers that you follow. You follow some really cool people. Um, Really great. I like it. I like what I saw. I've actually I was gonna make a video about it, but I've actually like kind of fallen in love with a YouTuber called Connor Franta. Simon says, "Cool, so happy about that." Yeah, it's amazing. Like the YouTubers you follow. Um, I don't remember who all I followed off of yours. There was a few though that I found that I was like, "Oh, this is cool. I like it. I relate." But I have this major crush on Connor Franta, I think is his name, and he's just really adorable. And like he is so, the way he tells stories and what he talks about, it's like it's so detailed, and like I don't know, it's just so, it's attractive. I think it's very attractive, and so I have a crush. And I could probably make a whole video about him and like why I think he's just adorable, and I just want to like, oh, but yeah. So, um, I also really like Kingsley. I've always liked Kingsley though for a long time. Kingsley is totally cute because he's like bad, but like he seems like a badass, but he also, um, you can kind of tell he has a heart and that he's actually caring, and he's very smart and just funny. In general, he's funny, and funny means so much to me. If you can be funny and goofy, then and you have me laughing, I'm just like, oh my god, yeah. I just think it's amazing. So adorable, sexy, all of that. Um, I want to find like YouTubers that do like cooking, like fun YouTubers that do like cooking would be great. I would love to see that. There are so many. I was looking at Simon's thing and then other people's people they follow on YouTube and then recommended. There are so many gay couples on YouTube, like so many, like a ton. And it's always so cute, and you're just like, oh my god, they're so adorable. And then there's some, like you visit some YouTubers and they haven't like done a video for like a year or a few months, and I'm like, oh, like that sucks. They should do more videos, but things happen, and people have other things going on, so I totally understand it. I actually took recently, well, I guess not so recently, well, kind of recently, about 3 months ago, I took a month or two off after a situation, and I think it's good to, like, if you need to take personal time as a YouTuber. And Simon says, yes, there is, but make me feel sad as single. It does, right? It makes you kind of go, oh, I really wish I had that. Like, you see it and you laugh and it's cute and it's adorable, and then you're kind of like, how do I get that? But you also need to understand that, so something that I can kind of relate to, because I used to have my ex on here. He's actually still on the YouTube videos, my old YouTube videos. But something you have to understand is that, like, it's not all cute all the time, and relationships take a lot of work. It takes so much work, but it's worth it. It is definitely worth it if you find the right person to spend it with, to have a relationship with. Yeah. And like I was saying earlier in my video earlier, maybe one day there'll be like somebody like right there, and we can tell stories together and do pillow talk together and YouTube together, and yeah. But for right now, we're good with this. Right. I enjoy being single. Like, I enjoy whatever I happen to be in, if it's single or in a relationship. I make the best of it. Like, I think you have to. Like, you have to make it amazing. Make your life amazing, regardless if you have somebody there with you or not. Who cares, you know? I want somebody to spend my life with that I can love. I miss being able to show love to somebody. Like, that is what I miss. I miss being able to tell stories to somebody. And so I'm single now, and so I tell you guys stories. And I've made a video that YouTube is my boyfriend. It kind of is. Like, you guys are, I just get on here and I talk. And I plan on continuing that, even if I have somebody laying right there. And even if I don't have somebody laying there again, like, I'm going to continue doing this. Like, I love this. I was talking earlier to a person, and I was like, Simon says, that would be nice to see someone else there. Hate being single. Yeah, but it just, I hated being single. I hated it, I mean, at one point, but I also like my freedom, but I adjust to either way. I can not be single or single, can be in a relationship, and I just adjust. And I've learned to just try to find things to do and be thankful for as a single guy. Like, as a single guy, I can go to bed when I want. I can kind of live my life as free as I want, but I don't have someone to share that love with. So, I mean, I think most people would rather be in a relationship, but just make the most of wherever you find yourself. What was the story I was telling? Oh, yeah, earlier, so I was having a conversation with somebody, and I was like, I really am attracted to geeks. I didn't realize it until, like, recently, but I love guys that are, like, into Star Wars or into Harry Potter, or, like, are a part of a geekdom, or play video games. Like, that is cute to me, that they're dedicated to stuff like that. It's so, because I'm not, like, I don't have that, so I want to learn more about that stuff, and I'd love to have somebody to, like, learn that from. I think it'd be great. And hopefully that will happen one day. Who knows? But my geekdom, since I don't really have a geekdom or a fandom or whatever you want to call it, is YouTube. Like, YouTube is, like, where I geek out. Like, I'm a geek. I get on this and do videos. And some people think that's really nerdy, and why is he doing videos every day? But it's because I love this. I love to get on here and talk and to interact with you guys. And that's why I do the live thing, is because sometimes on the recorded videos, I'll post them, and Simon says, me like buses and train spotting sometimes. Nice. Cool. What was I saying? Oh, the recorded videos, like, sometimes people would comment, but it'd be very rare. And then I would respond and then never get a response. I'd be like, oh, why didn't I get a response? And so it was like, okay, it's like one and done. But here I can talk and you guys can interact like directly, like right in that moment. And I love this live thing. I'm so happy that YouTube has it now. It's great. It's amazing. And like I've said over and over again, I hope that more people subscribe so that more people join the live thing so that we can have like nonstop conversation. I love it. Um, this so much better. I love it too, Simon says. Yeah, it's Simon Says, like the game. Simon Says to whatever. Look, Duffy. Oh, Duffy's like, I'm tired, Dad. Let's go to bed. Not yet. Um, yeah, I love it. I think it's great because you get to interact with people, and I don't know. I just love it. Simon, Simon Says, not funny. I'm sorry. I'm corny. He's talking about the Simon Says joke, obviously. But yeah. So I'm really liking this a lot. Chin says, but cute. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'll be here all week. Every day for the next week, apparently. um, yeah. So I had the cake. It was really good again. There's no way, I don't know why I made a whole cake because I'm not going to be able to eat the whole thing by myself. Half of it will go to waste. I'll have to throw it out. But it's good. It's so good. Um, if you guys were here, I'd invite you over so you could have cake. And yeah. Um, what else? I actually rented La La Land earlier. I saw it in theaters and I love it. I love La La Land, but it's so sad, but realistic. Like, not all relationships work out, and I probably shouldn't give it away. Simon says, give it to your housemates. They won't. I offer every time I make anything, like dessert wise, like a cake or whatever, I always offer, but then they never eat any of it. Um, but if I make like actual food, then and I offer it, then they usually will eat it. And then they make amazing, like so good. I actually was talking to them last night. I didn't know if they even knew I did YouTube live videos because usually they're in bed and they're like whatever. But whenever I get on here, but last night I was like, Simon says, shame, take it to school. I guess I could take it to school. Yeah, good idea. Um, but I was talking to one of them last night, and she was like, "So I don't know if you guys know, I live with a lesbian couple and their 3-year-old son. It's adorable. It's cute. He is adorable and cute. The whole thing is just cute. They're a cute family. But I was talking to one of them last night, and I was like, "Hey, would you want to do YouTube with me?" And she's like, "Yeah, I saw your YouTube thing." And she's like, "I need to get my hair done first, but once I get my hair done, then yes, we'll do YouTube together." And I was like, "Ah, it's so awesome!" So you guys will get to meet at least one of my roommates and maybe their son, but hopefully both of them. They're both great. They are good. I'm happy with them. Love them to death. They're great. So, yeah. um, I think that's all I have. I think I'm actually going to go to bed now. As you can tell, Duffy is so tired. Aww. And I think that's all I got tonight, though. Thank you guys for joining live. And if you're watching recorded, please leave a comment and say hi. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And if you haven't liked, like the video. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Good night. We're not going to do another one. There won't be another, I promise. Okay. Good night, guys.